So now there are basically rules when we're multiplying integers, but the same thing works for division. So if I say 36 divided by -3. Well, we did on our last example, we said 3 times 12 equals 36. So I know I'm going to have 12, but is it positive or negative? Negative. It's negative because this one's negative and this one's positive. Now, if I say -36 divided by +3, is it positive or -12? It's negative. If I say -36 divided by -3, what's that? Positive or -12? It's positive. Now, if you're not sure, just start plugging these in the calculator. So one thing is there are rules, and I'm not sure why. It takes about 2 years for students to kind of understand the rules. But I could just plug that in my calculator, right? So let me make this a little bigger. Can you guys see that okay? Everybody turn on their calculator real quick. A couple things I want to show you today. I can say 36 divided by, and then in parentheses, put -3. And then close the parentheses. Notice that when I'm dividing by a negative, I didn't use the minus sign. I used this button down here. See this button down here? That's the negative symbol. When I hit enter, guess what my answer is? -12. Let me change the view on this so it makes a little more sense. Here, maybe you could see it better this way. Whoops. Okay. Now, if I take and I put in parentheses -36 divided by, what was the next one? +3. I get -12. What happens if I take -36 and I divide that by, in parentheses, -3? I get +12. See how that works? So you should never get a wrong answer when it comes to integers. You just got to learn how to plug it into the calculator. Now, the reason I'm showing you how to use the calculator is on the SAT and the PSAT, there will be 1 or 2 problems like this. And all you have to do is plug it into the calculator to get the right answer. That's it. That's it. Make sure you do it correctly. Now, what happens if I do this, though? If I say -36, first of all, do you know the difference between this symbol and this symbol? Can you tell how this one's longer? When I hit the minus button instead of the negative symbol, it looks like this. Watch what happens when I divide that by 3. Uh-oh, got an error. Syntax error. Why is that? Well, if you go back to the screen, here I put a minus symbol and not a negative symbol, right? So what I need to do is I need to plug in the negative symbol instead. So I'm going to say -36 divided by, in parentheses, 3. Now it'll work. So if you ever get an error when you're doing positive and negative numbers, what do you think you did wrong? That was a real question. What do you think you did wrong? If you get an error. You didn't use the real negative sign. You accidentally put in the minus sign, right? Okay. That's it for that example. All right.